Oh.
Hello, lovely people. My name is Negesa Hannah, and today I'm going to be your host. Today we are at the Creative Market, made in Uganda. That's the theme, and we are at Sheraton. We're going to interact with one of our hosts. She's going to tell us the overview of our trade show today, and she tells us more about today. Yes, please. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Your names, please.
So my name is Ambassador Rosa Malango. I'm the Special Presidential Envoy for Tourism and Trade.
Nice. What inspired the theme of this year's Creative Market?
Well, what inspired me to have this market is a couple of years back when I resigned from the United Nations and I came to Uganda to consider it my home. I used my pension to do a startup called Tech Hub. And through my business hub, I was focusing on working with women, small businesses, and young entrepreneurs. And they told me that their challenges were three. One was financing, but the second was visibility. And then the third was access to markets. So I started organizing in my backyard every 2 months a market day. It was with Love from Uganda. And people would come and showcase. And I realized people would tell me they were impressed by what the Ugandans were producing. They were impressed by the quality of the products. And the women were really excited because it was a chance for them to learn from each other. It was also a chance for them to learn and discuss with members of the government with whom they had problems, like investment authority, their registration, so they could solve a problem, get a market, and get visibility. So when His Excellency the President appointed me a couple of months ago, I thought to myself, what is the best way to enter the festive season than to celebrate the unique, high-quality Ugandan products made by women small businesses and young artisans. And here we are.
So this is our first edition.
This is our first edition. And I chose Sheraton because when you think about tourism events and you think about the Christmas spirit, where else than Sheraton? Sheraton is a well-known location. I would say the premier location for tourism events. They understood the concept. They wanted to celebrate Ugandan heritage and creativity. So it was a coming together of minds. And then I also worked with Sawe Creations because they're also part of the network of women entrepreneurs. And so here we are. We have clothing, we have bags, we have shoes, we have share care, we have hair products, we have toys, food, painting, all done by Ugandans.
Yeah, that is amazing. So far, what have you loved most in Uganda?
The creativity.
The time you came back from the United States, looking around how, okay, you've talked about creativity, you've seen how creative people can be, but what stands out for you?
What stands out for me is the opportunity. There are so many opportunities that I see. I mean, having been an international civil servant, I remember people looking for a certain quality of products and looking for products with heritage. People want to know the story behind the products. People want to know things that are happening close to the source of the Nile. People want to understand what is happening from Mount Elgon. What about Karamoja? Uganda has several World Heritage sites. It has several national heritage sites. So if you look at each region and each site, there are products that are linked to that region. So those are the things that I want to bring out to the world. Those are the stories that I want to tell. So as we do the Christmas market here today, I'm hoping that as 2026 begins, we will be able to do regional markets. So we give each region the opportunity to showcase what they're producing, their value addition, and their innovation.
Okay, if you had the chance to shape one policy in Uganda, now that you've been in Uganda for some time, if you had the chance to shape just one policy around creatives and their projects that they do, what would it be and why?
Well, I think that Uganda has more than enough policies. I know from my experience, they have a lot of policies and strategies. I think that what is missing is implementation. And I think that also connecting the policies and the strategies so that they have a catalytic effect. So if I were to look at what are the things I would like to push for right now that I think they're priority, I think number one is infrastructure for tourism. There are people doing hotels, there are people doing the share butter, there are people doing the travel, but the connectivity off the main road is a challenge. So how can we encourage people to invest more in infrastructure that connects our people when they land and our visitors to these beautiful lodges and experiences that we have? So infrastructure is at the top of my mind. The second thing that I would push for is connectivity. So again, we have beautiful things around the country, but limited connectivity. So I would love to see more domestic flights. So I should be able to go to the airport in Entebbe and take a Uganda Airlines flight to Hoima, spend the weekend and come back. go to Arua and spend the weekend and come back. And that way be able to enjoy with my family what Uganda has to offer for a weekend.
Amazing. All right, thank you so much. You have created opportunity for so many of us. We of course didn't know we'd even get to be in one space as creatives, but thank you so much for that. Let's keep moving around. I'm sure you already, some of the things are already meeting expectations, right?
Yes, they are.
You've already
I'm
moved
excited.
around, you have seen, and
Yes.
by
yes.
the end of the day, at least you'd be impressed by
Yes,
us.
yes. And I'm hoping, as I've told all the vendors, also tell your story. As you have the product and the service, people want to know why. So tell your story about your product. Create people who want to follow your brand.
Yeah.
You know, so here you're showcasing, but there's a whole year for people to follow through
Sure.
and use your services. So thank you for coming and looking forward to an exciting day.
All right, thank you so much.